Okay, so good evening, everyone. Those of you here in person and online, yogis. So what I want to bring to the class tonight is some vibrational sounds. Typically, I always end a class, and I haven't done it for quite some time. A while, bring an Om at the end of the class, which is, and some teachers do it at the beginning and the Om, and the end. So we might do that tonight. So what does Om mean? Om is actually a contraction of Aum, A-U-M, and so think of, like in English, a word like can't, cannot, can't. So it's a contraction like that. So Om. And Aum, A-U-M, it has three parts to it. And the first one, the A, the ah sound, is the symbol of creation, the beginning. And Ao, so it's A-O, the O sound is the maintenance and preservation of that order and of the power of the universe. And the is transformation and the beginning of a new cycle. So it represents the cycle of life. And that is one interpretation. There are a few others, but that's the one that seems to be most popular. And it is said to be, Aum is said to be the sound of the universe. So in every time we chant Om, we are connecting with the universe, with a higher intelligence, with whatever you believe is out there in the universe, any energy that you might connect with. And we are all part of that energy. So it is a very, very important word. So let's begin by chanting it. And the most important thing about it too is that it's very vibrational, and you're going to hear it in your body. If you put your hands at your heart and you're going to chant the word on an out breath. So take a breath in. And you can feel it throughout your body. It's a physical feeling, just like music moves us, makes us cry, makes us laugh, makes us think of special times. This too is vibrational, and it connects our body with everybody else here in the room. All right, so let's come inside, close your eyes, and let's get centered. Focus on your breath. Notice the journey that your breath takes from the time you breathe in and feel the cool air through your nostrils on an inhale, and the warmth on an exhale. Notice that as you breathe in and out through your nose. And next time on your inhale, think about breathing in new life, new energy, and let go of what you no longer need on your exhale. After your next exhale, come back to your natural breath and open your eyes. So those of you in the room might want to turn around so you can see me, or not. You can use that if you like. All right, that's fine. You can watch me on Zoom from in the room. Okay, so bring your hands alongside your hips. And let's do our side body stretch. So send your left arm over to the right and feel your left side body stretching. Drop your right shoulder. Bring both arms up to center and then over to the other side. Come back to center. Bring your hands down alongside your body. Get nice and tall. Feel the crown of your head moving towards the sky. Inhale, and on an exhale, right hand to right knee, twist to look over your right shoulder. So you should be in Sukhasana, your knees bent, and you want to twist to the right. Yeah, that's your right. Yeah, and look over your right shoulder. Inhale, and on an exhale, all the way over to the other side. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, and then exhale, come back to center. Extend your legs, shake your legs out, rotate them. Bring the soles of your feet together. Hands on your shins. And let's do some cats and dogs. Notice the shape your spine takes when you move forward and backward. How it changes shape. How it releases tension in your spine. Next time you're in your cat spine with straight arms, spine curled back behind you, you're going to pause and inhale. And on an exhale, you're going to dive your nose down between your legs and bring it back up and curl your spine behind you. So think about diving down below the water on an exhale. And when you rise up above the water, you inhale, exhale, dive down. Inhale, jump up from the water. Exhale, continue doing this little dolphin dive. And then the next time you dive down, when you come up, make that your last time, and you'll come to sit. Bring your hands back behind you. Rest on your wrists. Open up your heart. Back bend. Inhale, and on an exhale, spring off your fingers and come forward over your legs any amount. Inhale, come back up to sit. Extend your legs. Right. Bring your right knee into your chest, hug it. And then open it out to the side. Inhale your arms up alongside your ears. Inhale again, and on an exhale, engage your abdominal muscles and hinge from your hip joint over your extended leg. Look up, release your right hand, allow your fingers to reach for the sky. Your hand comes down alongside your hip, and you use your left hand as a propeller to come up onto your right shin. And bring it back down. All right. Place your right ankle on your left thigh. And bend your left knee, bringing both legs closer to you. Then take your foot and your knee with your hands, or wrap your arms around, extend your left leg, and rock your little pigeon leg, or big pigeon leg. And come to center. Take a breath. Take the outside of your foot, or you can use Yogic Toe Lock. That's your index finger and your middle finger inside your big toe, your thumb on your big toenail, and you send your leg forward. It's at a right angle, right? Your left hand is by your side for support. Inhale, straighten your leg if you wish. So don't make it so high that your back starts sliding back. You want to be up in a nice mountain spine. And now send your leg out to the right and float your left arm, or not. Bring your leg to center. Switch the holding of your toe or the outside of your foot, either way. Send your right leg across the center line. Your right hand may still be on the floor to support you, or you may wish to float it. Place your right foot down outside your left thigh. Wrap your left hand around your leg. Look over your right shoulder. Bring your right arm up alongside your right ear. Inhale, and then on an exhale, a counter twist all the way to the other side. Look over your left shoulder. So you can stay here, or if you like, you can step your right foot away from your left leg, and you'll automatically come onto the side of your left leg. And you're going to swing your arm to come up to a side plank, a supported side plank. And then bring it down. Right. Okay. Left leg comes into your chest, knee comes to your chest. Open it out to the side. Raise your arms alongside your ears. Inhale, exhale, engage your abdominal muscles. Your shoulders are square. You're coming over your extended leg, any amount. Look up, release your left hand, follow it as it reaches up for the sky and comes down to land alongside your hip. And use your right propeller to come up onto your shin. And bring it back down. All right. Left ankle on right thigh. Bring that leg closer to you, your pigeon leg. And either wrap or hold your foot and your knee. And extend your right leg. And then rock your little pigeon. And come to center. Take the outside of your foot or your toe. Send your foot forward so that you create a right angle with your left leg. Bring your right hand down alongside your hip for support. Straighten your left leg if you wish. Send it out to the side and float your right arm. Bring your leg back to center. Switch the holding of your foot. Release your left hand. And send your left leg across the center line. Float your left arm. Place your left foot down outside your right thigh. Wrap your right arm around your leg. Look over your left shoulder. Left arm alongside left ear. Inhale, exhale, counter twist. Step your left leg away from your right. Roll over onto the edge of your right leg. Use your left propeller this time to bring you up to a supported side plank. And bring it down. Good. All right. So let's come on to hands and knees. So you know the drill here. Your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Let's do some cats and dogs while we're here. So in Tadasana, table pose, you're going to curl your spine towards the mat for a dog. And you're going to arch it to the sky for a cat. Continue at your own pace. And the next time you're in a cat spine, send your hips to your heels. Lengthen your arms overhead. Walk your fingers away a little bit and feel the stretch under your underarms. Feel your arms stretching. Lift your hips, come forward, your heart coming between your heart. Look forward. Turn under your toes, downward facing dog. Bring your right knee down underneath your right hip. Swivel your left foot on the mat, fan open. Good. Right. So you're going to send your shoulder, your right shoulder over your right wrist for support and lift your left leg. Bend your left knee, take your left foot in your hand, open up your heart. Release it. Back down. Turn under your toes, downward facing dog. Right. Come forward to plank, left knee under left hip. Swivel, fan, shoulder over wrist, lift right leg. Bend right knee, take your foot into your hands and open up your heart. Release everything and come to child's pose. Come back up onto your knees. Come to stand on your knees. Right, you're going to step your right foot forward. Right. Swing your arms back behind you. Inhale, slide your hips forward. Exhale, straighten your leg, bow over your leg. Inhale, rise up, slide your hips. Exhale, bow and straighten. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and just stand up, your hips over your left knee, and then walk your right foot back, bring your knee back where you found it. Right, other side. So we're doing hamstrings and quads here, all in one motion. So the farther you walk your foot away, the more you're going to stretch your opposite quads. Swing your arms back and forward. Inhale, exhale, bow over your leg. Inhale, slide your hips forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pause, bring your hands down by your hips. Step your foot back, step your knee back. Place your hands onto your mat. Come forward, send your hips forward, your legs are straight back behind you, and we're going to make circles with our hips. And make them little or big, whatever your hips and knees allow tonight. And then the next time you are forward, pause and go the other way. And then the next time you are forward, pause. Bring your forearms down onto the mat. Your knees are under your hips. You're going to slide back and forth like a little toy car on its tracks or a little train. Open up your elbow, knee joints, shoulder joints. And then the next time your shoulders are over your elbows, send one leg back behind you, the other leg, bring your belly down to the mat. Sphinx pose. Okay. Wrap your hips from side to side. place your palms flat on the mat. Press into your palms and come up to a straight arm cobra. Bring your elbows back down. Bring your chest back down. Slide your hands to your breasts. On an inhale, you're going to push in to the mat. Your elbows and upper arms stay close to your ribs. Your shoulders are down as you push up to a cobra. Good. And fold back down. Let's do that once more. At your own pace, your own timing, on an inhale. So your pubic bone stays down on the mat. Your elbows will be slightly bent. Bend your knees, send your hips back, child's pose. Okay, one more thing on our hands and knees before we come up to stand. So get set up in Tadasana, the table, and then fan your right arm to the right, and then thread it underneath your left arm. Bring your head down to the mat and let your head reach forward so that you're not scrunching your neck. Right? And you're doing a great big shoulder stretch here. Send your left leg back behind you, the ball of your foot on the mat. And if you wish, you can lift your left leg. Bring your knee down, press into your left hand, stand back open. Bring both hands down. Fan open to the left. Thread your left arm under your right. Shoulder comes down, head comes down. Stretch your head so that, lengthen it so that your neck is nice and long. Maybe you'll send your right leg back behind you on the ball of your foot. Maybe you'll lift it up. Bring your foot down, bring your knee down, and fan back open. All right. Turn under your toes, downward facing dog. And you're going to walk your feet to your hands. And very gently unfold. Okay. So come to your mountain. All right, so you know your mountain stance, your feet rooted in the earth, crown of your head reaching up to the heavens, send your shoulders forward, up, back down, let your arms come comfortably by your side, no extra effort. You're going to engage your abdominal muscles, bringing your belly towards your spine so you can lift your ribs a little higher. Your chin is level with the earth, crown of your head, reaching up. Inhale, gather. Exhale, bring that energy to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Right. your hands to your heart, onto the top of the mat. Inhale, gather. Exhale, fold over your legs. Your knees can be soft. Inhale, halfway to a flat back, hands on shins, thighs, or streaming alongside your hips. Exhale, fold. Right hand goes, right foot steps back. Low lunge. And get your low lunge. Karen, John, if you want blocks, they're in that black crate over there. All right. Got them. Okay, got it. Good. All right. So, nice thing about blocks here is it makes your arms a little longer, and you're not resting on your thigh. Nice and long. All 10 toes pointing forward. Bring your right knee to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, as we did before, bow over your lengthened left leg. Inhale, come forward, look forward. Exhale. Inhale. Remove the blocks if you're using them. Turn under your right toes. Downward facing dog. Come forward to plank pose. You're going to lift your right leg and place your right toes on your left heel. Right, so they're just hanging out, they're resting there. On an inhale, you're going to come to a three-legged dog. Shavasana. Inhale, three-limbed plank. Exhale. Uncross your right leg. Come forward to plank. You can separate your feet or bring them together, or you can step your right leg outside the mat like we did earlier to come to a side plank. So either way, you're going to swivel to the right for a side plank. You can stack your legs. You can have one in front of the other, whatever works best for you. Bring your hand down, Ardha Mudra Svanasana. Send your right leg straight up to the sky. Bend your right leg, open up your hips. Square your hips with the mat. Send your right knee behind your right wrist for pigeon. Slide your left leg back behind you. So we can take a little rest here to come down to a reclining pigeon. You can stay in your relaxed pigeon or come on to straight arms. Bend your left knee if you wish. Reach with your left hand for your foot, and maybe you'll float your right arm or not. Release. Turn under your toes, lift your knee away from the mat, send your right leg up to the sky for another three-limbed dog. Bend your right knee, step forward. Step forward with your left leg, Uttanasana. Fly out and up. down the center line. All right. Okay, I'll do the other side from this way. I don't know which is better, my back side or my front side. Okay.
Well, I've got both for reference.
Right, that's right. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale halfway. Exhale. Inhale, left leg goes back. Bring your left knee to the mat. Swing your arms overhead. Place your hands down, straighten your legs. Your leg. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, down. Inhale. Turn under your, lift your knee away from the mat. Downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Lift your left leg, place your toes, your left toes on your right heel. Three-limb dog. Three-limb plank. Three-limb dog. Plank. Uncross your leg. Downward facing dog. Come forward to plank, and now you're going to choose which side plank you prefer, and swivel and fan to the left. Bring your hand down, downward facing dog. Left leg goes up to the sky. Right heel comes down towards the mat. Bend your left knee, open your hips. Close your hips. Send your knee behind your left wrist, your left knee, for pigeon. Slide your right leg back. And come to a reclining pigeon. Stay in your sleeping pigeon or straighten your arms. Bend your right knee, sleeping foot. And maybe you want to send your left arm up in a flourish or not. Release. Lift your knee away from the mat. Three-limb dog. Bend your knee. Step forward with your left foot. Your right foot. Uttanasana. Fly out and up and down the center line. All right. Come to stand for a moment in your Tadasana, your mountain. And just breathe. Take a breather. We'll come onto the ball of your right foot, shifting your weight to your left. Turn your leg out. You can stay right here with your heel against your ankle, or you can bring your foot up for your tree pose. Good. And when you're ready, bring it down. Other side. And just come in to your tree. And bring it down. We're going to bend our knees. And we did this sitting down before, sort of. Bring your ankle to your thigh, your right ankle to your left thigh for a crouching pigeon. Send your arms out and come back in to your tree. Right. And come out. Good. Crouch down again. Left on right. Crouching pigeon. Spread your wings. Come back into your tree. And release. Good. Come to your tree, keep your toes on the mat, right? And swing your knee forward, lift your leg up, send your leg into tree, lift your knee up, bring it down. Send your left knee out to the side. Bring it forward, lift it up. Come to your tree. Bring it forward. Bring it down. All right. So we talked earlier about Om, and there's a mudra, which is a gesture, a hand gesture. You bring your index finger and thumb together and lift your fingers up to the sky. And this is a mudra associated with the third eye. It's the Mudra of Knowledge. If you turn your palm down, that's a mudra of being grounded. What's important, too, is that the whole idea of knowledge, of coming to the ultimate knowledge, is the integration of the individual, the little pinky, the little index finger with the divine. So you're bringing the two together as one, the individual with the divine. I want you to notice too that your index finger and thumb is the letter O. And your fingers, if you point them down, is the letter M for Om. So let's send our arms out and up with the mudra. Open up your legs just a little bit. Bend your knees. And bring your right hand in front of you, your left hand overhead. Bring your arms back where they were. Switch and go back and forth. Switch. And you can bounce as you do it. Come through center, switch, come through center, switch, come through center, and relax. Let your arms go. Bend your knees and let's make our way down to the mat. You're going to bring your feet on the mat. You're going to bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. Come to center. Send your arms straight out from your shoulders in a T shape. Keep your knees close to your chest. Inhale, and on an exhale, send your knees toward your right elbow, as close as you can comfortably get it. And send your bottom leg toward your fingers, your toes toward your fingers. And then the top leg, so that now both your legs are reaching toward your fingers. So it's your toes to your fingers, not your fingers to your toes. And you don't have to connect. Bend your knees, come through center. Bring your feet on to the mat. Press into the mat and step your hips over to the right, just a tad. Bring your knees back into your chest. Send your knees to your left elbow. You're looking over your right shoulder. Straighten your legs one at a time or both together, so that your toes are coming toward your fingers. Kind of V shape here. Bend your knees, come back to center. Bring your feet to the mat. Bring your knees into your chest. Place one hand on each knee. Straighten your arms so that your knees are moving away from you. Inhale, exhale, bring your knees into your chest, bending your elbows. Inhale, move them away. Exhale, bring them in, and continue going back and forth, massaging your lower back. Next time your knees are in your chest, pause. Separate your knees, make them wide apart. You're going to make separate circles with your knees. So one's going clockwise, the other one's going counterclockwise. You'll make circles, separate circles. And then pause and go the other way. And then bring your knees back into your chest. Place your feet on the mat. Bring your right ankle, doing a lot of this tonight, on your left thigh, just above your knee. Push your right knee away from you with your right hand and create a little resistance. So your knee is coming into your hand is pushing it away, then let it go. Then do that again, push and pull, release, once more and let go. So what you're doing here, and then release it, is stretching the piriformis muscle, which is a muscle that goes horizontally and sometimes snatches that sciatic nerve. So you're stretching it to help prevent that. Then bring your left leg into your chest and thread your right arm into the little window you made with your legs, and your left hand comes around. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh. Maybe you'll push your right knee away with your right elbow. Keep your right foot flexed. And then straighten your left leg. And then rotate your foot and your ankle, go in both directions. Point and flex, point and flex. And then release. Uncross. Cross left ankle onto right thigh. And we push the left knee away and cause some resistance by pushing the knee into your hand. We're going to do that 3 times, release and push again. And after your third one, bring your right knee into your chest, take the back of your thigh with interlaced fingers. Push your knee away, your left foot flexed, and then lengthen your right leg to the ceiling. And rotate your foot. Point and flex. And then release it, uncross. Right. If you have a block or a blanket or something, you can put underneath your hips. So push your feet into the mat, lift your hips. Place the block or blanket underneath your sacrum, so it's right under your waist. And send your legs up to the sky, legs against the wall. So you have an imaginary wall. So what's important here is that your legs are positioned so that it's as if they were against the wall. You don't want your legs coming towards your face. Your arms can be completely relaxed. If you want them overhead or out to the side, whatever feels good. Where my intention was for us to stay here 1 more full minute. But if you choose, you can come out and go directly into Shavasana at any time. If you haven't already, bend your knees and make your way into Shavasana. Extending your legs, removing anything that you might have had under your hips, of course, first. Allow your back body to connect with the earth. Feel yourself surrendering to gravity. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. Take a deep breath and release it. Roll your head from side to side. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, your feet in the opposite direction for a full body stretch. Bring your knees into your chest, hug them, and roll from side to side. And come to center, release your arms and roll over onto your right side, exposing your moon side, the left side, to prepare you for the evening ahead. When you're ready, come up to sit. Bring your hands together at your heart. And let's seal this practice with the chanting of Om. So we'll do it on an exhale. So take in breath. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Poor ants.
I know.
Oh, there's so many dead ants.